Ladies, gentlemen, boys, girls, aliens, trolls, and other assorted internetites, my name is Joby1 and welcome to the Stanley Parable. So, it begins. We had to do this, we had to do this, and I thought I would put in a bit of upper body cam. So I suppose it's not proper face cam, is it? So, upper body cam, so that you can watch my reactions. I have played the demo of this, and if you haven't, then I suggest that you do play the demo of this. My audio levels are obviously a little bit quieter than the games. I'm just going to take that down slightly. I'm going to take the music volume down a little bit, and I'm going to put subtitles on because you need to hear this game. This is the best thing ever. So we're just going to dive right in, and yeah, enjoy. Whew. I'm really excited. I like this game since it came out. It's been amazing. I never played the original mod, but I have watched videos of the original mod, and I watched a little bit of this. And if you're planning on getting this, don't watch this video. Just stop now, because I think this is something that you probably have to experience for yourself. Basically, wow, well, we've got an upsettingly slow loading screen. I'll tell you, basically this is the best non-game that you've ever watched. I don't know how else to describe it really. It's just it's a really, really interesting concept. Basically, you are Stanley, and you have a job which you love, and suddenly you go to work and you open your door and nobody's in your office, and you can go and find out what happened to them, but you don't have to, or you could go and interact with things or not. This is the whole thing is choice, but you're constantly mocked the whole way through, no matter what you do, by the narrator, and the narrator is like better than the Bastion narrator, in my opinion. Is absolutely incredible. This guy, I absolutely love him. Is it Stanley? No, I can't do it. But oh, we're getting close to loading. This is weird because the game is here, but the camera's here. So if I want to talk to you directly, I will look over here. But my game is over here, so you will see the side of my face quite a lot. Oh. Yeah, also, I am, as I was saying before, I am slightly quieter than the game at this point, and that's just so that that you can
This
hear.
is the story of a man named Stanley. Stanley worked for a company in a big building where he was employee number 427. Employee number 427's job was simple. He sat at his desk in room 427 and he pushed buttons on a keyboard. Orders came to him through a monitor on his desk, telling him what buttons to push, how long to push them, and in what order. This is what employee 427 did every day of every month of every year. And although others might have considered it soul-sucking, Stanley relished every moment that the orders came in, as though he had been made exactly for this job. And Stanley was happy. And then one day, something very peculiar happened. Something that would forever change Stanley. Something he would never quite forget. He had been at his desk for nearly an hour when he realized that not one single order had arrived on the monitor for him to follow. No one had showed up to give him instructions, call a meeting, or even say hi. Never. All his years at the company had this happened, this complete isolation. Something was very clearly wrong. Shocked, frozen solid, Stanley found himself unable to move for the longest time. But as he came to his wits and regained his senses, he got up from his desk and stepped out of his office.
Oh, here we go. So, welcome to the Stanley Parable, everybody.
But Stanley simply couldn't handle the pressure. What if he had to make a decision? What if a crucial outcome fell under his responsibility? He had never been trained for that. No. This couldn't go any way except badly. The thing to do now, Stanley thought to himself, is to wait. Nothing will hurt me. Nothing will break me. In here I can be happy forever. I will be happy. Stanley waited. Hours passed, then days. Had years gone by? He no longer had the ability to tell. But the one thing he knew for sure, beyond any doubt, was that if he waited long enough, the answers would come. Eventually, someday, they would arrive. Soon, very soon now, this will end. He will be spoken to. He will be told what to do. Now it's just a little bit closer. Now it's even closer. Here it comes.
The end. Okay, I didn't expect that to end so quickly. All I really did was close the door because I was spamming the E key. But wow, that's impressive. So I suppose now you know what it's all about, and this time I will walk out. Okay, here we are. We're out.
All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean?
What does it mean?
Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo. No matter how hard Stanley looked, he couldn't find a trace of his co-workers.
Mouse sensitivity is a bit high. Tiniest bit of motion blur, but it's actually fine. Now what? I gave you your input. What do you want from me? Achievement unlocked. You can't jump. Oh. Well, that explains a lot then. So rooms. Doors are locked. Oh. Can I close? Thank you.
When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, he entered the door on his left. This was not the correct way to the meeting room, and Stanley knew it perfectly well. Perhaps he wanted to stop by the employee lounge first, just to admire it.
Yeah. Hardcore room enthusiast.
Ah, yes, truly a room worth admiring. It had really been worth the detour after all, just to spend a few moments here in this immaculate, beautifully constructed room. Stanley simply stood here, drinking it all in.
I'm hoping there's more dialogue, that's why I'm standing still. Okay, wait.
Yes, really, really worth it being here in the room. A room so utterly captivating that even though all your co-workers have mysteriously vanished, here you sit looking at these chairs and some paintings. Really worth it.
Pretty nice paintings, to be honest. That's quite impressive. So is that one. I'm really impressed. Are you
At this
impressed?
point, Stanley's obsession with this room bordered on creepy and reflected poorly on his overall personality. It's possible that this is why everyone left.
Go on, more dialogue, please.
Stanley sat around waiting for more dialogue, but when a long time had passed and there was no more, he decided that the game was trying to send him a message.
Oh my god.
But at last, he'd had enough of the amazing room and took the first open door on his left to get back to business.
Or did he? You know, okay, this run I'm just going to completely disobey everything that I'm told.
Stanley was so bad at following directions, it's incredible he wasn't fired years ago.
Cheers.
Look, Stanley, I think perhaps we've gotten off on the wrong foot here. I'm not your enemy, really, I'm not. I realize that investing your trust in someone else can be difficult, but the fact is that the story has been about nothing but you all this time. There's someone you've been neglecting, Stanley. Someone you've forgotten about. What? Really? I was in the middle of something. Do you have zero consideration for others? Are you that convinced that I want something bad to happen to you? Why, I don't know how to convince you of this, but I really do want to help you, to show you something beautiful. Look, let me prove it. Let me prove that I'm on your side. Give me a chance.
With a voice like that, you've got your chance, son. I feel like I shouldn't be commentating over this because my voice just gets kicked out by the narrator's voice. This is amazing. Oh. Okay, the door's close and creepy.
Now listen carefully, this is important. Stanley walked through the red door.
I'm sorry, I can't.
Aha, perhaps you misunderstood. Stanley walked through the red door.
No, he didn't.
I still don't think we're communicating properly. Stanley walked through the red door.
You meant the blue door, right?
All right, fine, go ahead, Stanley. You want to know so badly what's out there? You want to find out what lies at the end of this road you've chosen? Well, don't let me stop you. You see? There's nothing here. I haven't even finished building this section of the map because you were never supposed to be here in the first place. Broken rooms, exposed developer textures. Is this what you had wanted? Was it worth ruining the entire story I had written out specifically for you? Do you not think I put a lot of time into that? Because I did. And in the end, it was all for nothing. Because this is what you wanted to see. Help me here, Stanley. Help elucidate these strange and unknowable desires of yours. What would have made this game better? What did you want to see? Vehicles? Skill trees? Work with me. You've given me absolutely nothing so far. Tell you what. Let me take a stab in the dark at a new design, and you can give me some feedback.
This is amazing.
There we go.
So meta.
A third option. This already feels leaps ahead of where we were before. Go ahead, Stanley. Take it for a spin.
Whee! I assume that was what was being asked for, no?
Okay, I'm going to stop you there. Now, tell me about your experience with this new version. Would you say that the game benefited from allowing you more choices? Feel free to be honest. I'm looking for some real critical feedback here. Okay, so we're getting somewhere. Clearly there's something here that speaks to you. If I can be honest here, I really don't have any idea where I'm going with this. This whole third door thing was just a stab in the dark. But I guess you're into it, so let's keep this party train rolling. Here, based on the data from your previous playthrough, I've compiled a new version. And to be perfectly candid, I think I've knocked it out of the park with this one. Let's take a look.
Oh. I'm gonna follow what he says, I think.
Now, would you say that competitive leaderboard helped you feel motivated to keep walking through doors? Again, honest answers, please.
Right, okay, let's flatten him.
Hey, I nearly forgot. I've got a prototype of a new game I've been working on, and now would be a lovely opportunity to give it some playtesting. You wouldn't mind taking a look at it, would you?
No,
Perfect.
not at all.
Let me boot it up.
Okay. Oh, wow, we're getting a loading screen and everything. Hopefully it's not as long as the opening loading screen. Oh, no, it's not. This is amazing. This is so meta. My mind is blown. Hopefully your mind is as blown as my mind is, because this is insane. It's properly insane. This is the only time I get to speak to you.
In this game, the baby crawls left towards danger. You click the button to move him back to the right, and if he reaches the fire, you fail.
No.
It's a very meaningful game, all about the desperation and tedium of endlessly confronting the demands of family life. I think the art world will really take notice. But of course, the message of the game only becomes clear once you've been playing it for about 4 hours. So why don't you give it 4 hours of play to make sure it's effective? Be sure to keep notes on your experience. You heartless bastard. Did you do it because you hate babies or purely to spite me? Because if it's the latter, well, I don't know what to do. I'm completely out of ideas. I can't think of a single thing that might improve the experience for me. I'm not even going to try. I'm out, I'm done. It's over. Thank you for playing. Your input was extremely valuable. Oh, hey, since my game was so awful, why don't we play someone else's game? Just to ease the pain. Let's see. What do we have here? Yes. This seems like it'll work. Let's give it a shot.
Somebody else's game. What's it? Is this going to be like... If this is Minecraft, I'm going to lose my mind. Like, literally, this is going to be the best game in the entire Omniverse. Well... certainly taking long enough to load, so it might be Final Fantasy 13. This is why solid state drives are so good, because this don't happen.
Well,
No.
Stanley, is this any better? At last, the one thing you've always desired. A game I had absolutely nothing to do with. But is it enough? Tell me that, Stanley. Will it ever be enough? Well, I'll say this. I'm done making things for you. From now on, I will only create to fulfill a greater artistic purpose. Watch this, Stanley. I'm going to build a house.
This is Minecraft. This is just Minecraft.
This will go here. No, here. And then... Let's see, what does it need? Yes, of course. And just to finish it all off... Yes, it's complete. I made this, Stanley. Look at it. Gaze upon my work of art and feel ashamed at your own inadequacy. Ah, but you've only seen it from the outside. You've only gotten half the experience. Please, step inside and make yourself comfortable.
I've got a bad feeling about this.
Isn't it grand? Isn't it perfect? It could only be better if... Wait, that's it. We must rebuild it out of diamond. Diamond everything. Yes, yes, yes. Come along, Stanley. We have to go mining.
No, you're not. No way. What? Whoa.
Oh, my. It looks like it's going to get a bit dark. Have you brought a light?
No, Mr. Narrator. Have you?
Oh, no. This is far more open-ended than I had in mind. I'm looking for something more narrow and linear. Something that makes you feel utterly irrelevant. This won't do at all. 1 out of 5. Even the diamonds couldn't save this one. Okay, new game.
Whoa. This is so meta. This is blowing my entire existence. Wow. I don't know what's next from this. This is incredible. This is why, if you've not played this yourself, maybe why. This is why you have to buy this game. You just need to buy it. No.
Yes!
No.
I don't even know what this game is, but I
way.
love it. You, trapped in a glass box with no way out, listening to me talk. Oh, it's inspired. I couldn't have done it any better myself. What is this game even supposed to be? I can't figure it out. Okay, now I'm curious. Let's go find out what the hell this is.
Oh, I'm not getting an aspid, am I? Ah, well. This is... No, come on.
Ooh, it's a puzzle. Critical thinking, Stanley. Your forte.
This is just... Ah!
Genius. No, actually, you know what? I think that's plenty. I really don't care much to see you stumble through any more of these games, and I highly doubt you're any wiser for the experience.
Oh. Mr. Narrator? Mr. Narrator? This is creepy. Oh god. I'm clenching. Mr. Narrator. Light! Yeah! This is where the bad stuff can't go. Right? Mr. Narrator? Oh! Cool. Booters. I can't really interact with. What does this do? I feel like you should recognize that. That's just like lighting controls. I can't really see. It's a bit dark. Oh god, I'm like bracing for jump scares here. This is.
I wonder what he found. If what he wanted was to be the leading man in his own story, well, perhaps he's gotten it. Down in wherever he is right now. I wonder if he's happy with his choice, and if he's learned the heavy cost that comes with it. He'll understand soon what I was trying to tell him. He needs me. Someone who will wrap everything up at the end, to make sense out of the chaos and the fear and the confusion. That's who I am. That is what I mean to this world. Oh, yes. Yes, I'll be back. There's no other way. Once this ends, after it all comes to a close, then I'll be back. The end will be here soon. Very soon. I can wait.
Wow. Wow. My mind is too blown to continue. So I'm gonna stop here for now. Leave a like if you want more of this. Well, I'm certainly gonna be playing more of this, whether it's on video or not.